Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Just as happened during the XRP bull run of 2017, the mainstream media is helping to pump our bags for us. And yes, in this case, I mean, there are a number of examples of this. In this case, specifically, what I'm getting at is the 60 Minutes interview with Brad Garlinghouse. It's going to be airing on Sunday. I'm sure many of you have heard about this by now. Are you aware of their gigantic viewership? Like, I had no idea. This program's been around forever. Like, I remember it existing back when I was a kid, and I'm 41 years old now. So I was like, is it dying like the rest of mainstream media, aka legacy media at this point? And the answer is no. As it turns out, and I don't know for sure if these are the very latest numbers that are publicly available anyway. Perhaps not, but they're close enough probably. I found data from just a couple months ago, and the viewership for 60 Minutes was over 10 million. The number I got was 10.5 million viewers for a program. So we've got Brad Garlinghouse going on 60 Minutes talking about Ripple, the SEC, and XRP specifically at a time when the market is heating up. You've got altcoins passing. Just yesterday, they passed their 2021 all-time high. XRP has legal clarity on top of all of it. This is the most insane moment for this to be happening, and it's not the first time that this has happened. Again, it happened in 2017 specifically. And yeah, the media picked up about, in this last market cycle, but the stuff that happened in 2017 I want to talk about a little bit because it's more funny to me. You'll see why in a second. If you weren't there, I'll let you know. But not only that, of course, like I just said, XRP has legal clarity, and Trump announced he's appointing a White House crypto czar. And this guy just happens to be very happy with how the SEC/Ripple lawsuit played out. So we literally have a crypto czar who supports the XRP legal finding. Very happy it occurred. I'll show you some specifics. And he has a direct line to the president, incoming president anyway. Good stuff. Oh my God, the way things are lining up here. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And if you don't like it, well, you can just get out. So take a look at this. Let's stroll down memory lane for just a minute. Now, I know that some of you are new, so you'll be completely unaware of this, but even if you are aware, my God, this is hilarious. Take a look at this. So this is from January 2nd, 2018. This is 2 days before XRP hit its all-time high of nearly $4. This is from CNBC, the headline here. How to buy XRP, one of the hottest Bitcoin competitors. Now, this was apparently updated. I believe this used to say Ripple because most of their stuff from that era, it said Ripple instead of XRP because they didn't even know what the hell they were talking about. But they were telling their audience exactly how to buy it as it was approaching the peak. Similarities to current days? Much? A little bit, huh? Then there was this. This is a video clip, and I found this. This one just happens to be on Facebook. Not that that matters. But this is a real video clip from January 2nd, 2018. Again, 2 days before XRP hit its all-time high. And this is on live television on CNBC. They have this guy on the right. I forget his name here. Is it? Oh, Brian Kelly. This guy literally showed people how to use an exchange and how to buy XRP on live television as it was basically at its all-time high. What in the ever? So it's kind of cool, but oh my God, this is ridiculous, and it's kind of irresponsible in a way because my God, they didn't really even sufficiently talk about the pros and cons of crypto, like the risks associated, anything of that stuff. It wasn't even about fundamentals. It was just like, hey, look at this number. They had what they called a Ripple watch. This is real. They had what was then the current price of XRP, which is about where it is now, funny enough, $2.57. They had a Ripple watch. They were changing the price as it was changing life. This is real life here. It's just hilarious to me. And here it is. The next day, they wrote this: Ripple cryptocurrency hits a record high above $3 the day after. They were probably feeling good about it. The day after they showed people how to buy it on national television here. And then, of course, there's other, kind of mainstream outlets talking about this. This is The Motley Fool, also published on Yahoo Finance. Is XRP having a Dogecoin-like moment as Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse could be featured on CBS's 60 Minutes? I don't know why they wrote could be. It was already recorded, and they should have known that at the time that they posted this on the 6th. Yes, it is happening. It is happening. It is airing on Sunday. The point is not, I don't need to read through the article or anything. It's not the point. It's just, you're going to see this all over the place. So on top of, say the number is going to be over 10 million people watching this damn thing. It's just regular people, normies who aren't necessarily in crypto, probably most aren't, and they're going to be very curious about this. It's just the degree to which this is going to be circulated through other mainstream media, crypto media, social media. It's going to be all over the damn place. And here's a little snippet of part of what's going to be discussed. This is from CBS News. Crypto-backed super PAC Fairshake likely wouldn't exist if not for SEC Chair Gensler's actions, Ripple CEO says. Fairshake, the major crypto-funded super PAC in the 2024 election, likely wouldn't have been started if not for the actions of Securities Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse told 60 Minutes in an interview scheduled to air this Sunday. Gensler, who will step down from his post on January 20th, by the way, music to my ears, led the federal government's crackdown on the crypto industry. Gensler's SEC filed more than 120 lawsuits against crypto companies. Garlinghouse said the SEC's approach to crypto led Ripple and other crypto companies to launch Fairshake, the industry's biggest super PAC in 2023. And so here's a quote from Garlinghouse. People are like, why did these companies come together and organize and say this matters? And it's a reaction to a war on crypto. End quote. So if there had been a different SEC chair than Gary Gensler, said Face the Nation moderator Margaret Brennan to Garlinghouse. I'm not sure Fairshake would exist, Garlinghouse said. But I don't know if my mic's probably picking this up. My dog is under my desk. Her name is Peeve. She is my pet peeve. And best dog name ever. And so anyway, she's having little doggy dreams. She's like 100% of the time, just about when I record, she's under the desk by my feet and she just happens to be sleeping. And so I feel like if I didn't mention that, you'd be like, what the hell is that sound? So I'm assuming the mic may have picked that up. That is what you heard. It's my cute little doggy. She's my little terrier mix under my desk, having sweet little cute doggy dreams. That's what you heard. All right, moving on. That was just, it's a very short article because that's what was basically in the clip that was shared here. But there's going to be more here. There's certainly going to be more. So there's this perspective from Mason vs. Lewis, well known in the XRP community, and he wrote, "This is a genius move by the Ripple CEO to go on 60 Minutes right now. He is going to make all the amazing, insane points that have made us so bullish on XRP over the years. The timing is impeccable, just as Bitcoin hits $100,000. He will have a lot of eyeballs on him." Yeah, so the timing is absolutely perfect. Mainstream media, as Bitcoin hit $100,000 the other day, and I know it's been struggling around there, for now anyway. But my God, mainstream media all over it. Like the normies are coming, folks. And you're going to have a lot of eyeballs on this. And so I understand that they're going to do their best to ask some difficult questions towards Brad Garlinghouse. And that's fine, bring it on, they should. Brad Garlinghouse is going to have the receipts, if you know what I'm saying here. Like, we're on the right side of history, very obviously, and he can certainly handle this. So I say, ask your hardest questions, 60 Minutes interviewer. Ain't going to be a problem. And in fact, even controversial media, I'm not saying that this necessarily will be. We'll see what the interview ultimately looks like. Maybe I'll hate it, maybe I won't. Same for you guys. But even if it's a little controversial, that's not even necessarily bad. Like, for instance, what brought me into crypto is I was reading an article in November 10th, 2017, that's the day I jumped into crypto. I was reading an article about like a hack that happened, and it was in regards to Ethereum. And obviously that sounds terrible. And I was like, but something about it, I was like, oh, this is interesting. Then I looked into it more. And then later that evening, I'd read enough where I was like, I'm going to buy some stuff. Just a little bit, just to get the feet wet. I knew I needed to do a whole bunch more research still, but I was like, this is interesting. So the point is, even if something's bad, it can draw in people that will be here for the long haul. For instance, that's what happened with me, and it had to do with Ethereum. So yes, this is, I suspect this is going to be very, very good. And it's at the perfect time as XRP already started running, bringing in the normies. Hell yeah, that is what we're counting on. We are in alt season, my friends. Number go up. And this is also instilling additional confidence. Here we go. Here's the headline from yesterday. Trump names ex-PayPal COO David Sachs as AI and crypto czar, and this is fantastic. United States President-elect Donald Trump named former PayPal operating chief and now podcaster David Sachs as his lead policy advisor on artificial intelligence and crypto. David O. Sachs will be the White House and AI and crypto czar, Trump wrote in a December 6th post on his social media platform Truth Social, citing two areas that he called critical to the future of American competitiveness. He will work on a legal framework so the crypto industry has the clarity it has been asking for and can thrive in the US, Trump added. That's a direct quote. So if you've had any doubts, is this something that Trump would follow through on? All indicators point to hell yeah, absolutely. No, thank God we don't. Oh my God. Thank God we don't have to deal with Harris. If that had happened, I don't even know what my net worth would be right now, but it would be a lot lower than what it is. Because like the markets have spoken. It's not even just crypto. Like the stock market, through the roof. Because everybody understood that that administration would have been absolutely detrimental from a financial perspective. And I don't care what your politics are. I'm not talking about anything else. Just as it pertains to finance, the economy, crypto, yes. The market has responded, folks. Hallelujah. And then there's this headline from the Crypto Basic on this. Newly appointed White House crypto czar's XRP ruling remarks resurfaced. That's right. And I saw this bandied about on X. Happy to have seen this. So this is from July 13th, 2023. That's XRP Victory Day. That's that XRP got its legal clarity. That was the conclusion of the SEC v. Ripple case. Now, not the remedies portion, but in terms of the actual ruling. That was their big victory day. And so even Cameron Winklevoss, he came around, he was highlighting this and noting it's a winner. He wrote here, the sale of XRP on exchanges is not a security. And that's what the judge ruled. And so look what Judge Torres wrote. It's literally verbatim the following. And of course, I don't agree on the institutional side. That whole thing is still just, it boggles my mind that the institutional transactions, so like the firms utilizing XRP specifically as a bridge currency, where it's held for like 3 seconds or whatever, is it them? I don't. Because look, if it's going to be held for a few seconds, there's obviously, it's not an investment of money, which is a prong of the Howey test, and there's no expectation of profit, which is a prong of the Howey test. So you can't satisfy the Howey test. So I disagree with Torres on this. It's amazing to me she came to that conclusion, but luckily that part doesn't matter to us. What matters is the actual legal status of XRP and our ability to purchase it on exchanges, which she came through on the part that matters. So at least there's that. But anyway. She wrote the following, whereas the institutional buyers reasonably expected that Ripple would use the capital it received from its sales to improve the XRP ecosystem and thereby increase the price of XRP, programmatic buyers could not reasonably expect the same. Indeed, Ripple's programmatic sales were blind bid/ask transactions, and programmatic buyers, that'd be people like you and I, could not have known if their payments or money went to Ripple or other sellers of XRP. Therefore, the vast majority of individuals who purchased XRP from digital asset exchanges did not invest their money in Ripple at all. But the economic reality is that a programmatic buyer stood in the same shoes as a secondary market purchaser who did not know to whom or what it was paying its money. Spot on. And this was always so obvious. And we had to waste 4 freaking years, and XRP missed last market cycle because of this crap when it was so obvious. Just use, like, you don't have to be a lawyer to understand this. And I sure as hell am not when I just play one on YouTube. All you have to understand is if you don't know that you're buying something from Ripple, then you can't be in a contract with them. Okay, you can't have expectations of profit of XRP based on Ripple's efforts if you don't know they exist. And plenty of people have bought XRP that have never heard of Ripple. So it was always stupid as hell. STOOPID, stupid. And so anyway, David Sachs, though, this is the incoming crypto czar, a brand new position, by the way. There's never been a crypto czar that is directly in contact with Trump in the White House, or any president in the White House. 1.1 million followers here, David Sachs. And he wrote, big ruling for crypto. Now, that's not all he had to say, though. I watched a video. Actually, I remember watching it that day, July 13th. And David Sachs was like, guys, this is it. This is a huge win for Ripple. He's like, it's just a slam dunk. Like, this is... And he was on with like Chamath Palihapitiya, I think that's how you say his name. And another guy who actually hated XRP, and so he was like blowing a gasket because it didn't go the way. Like this guy, Jason, I remember his name was Jason, and he was arguing for years XRP is a security, and then he's just like blowing a gasket. And then David's like, no, they won. Like that's that. Like they won. And so he seemed to be very happy, and this is good for crypto, obviously. So very happy to see that. Then there was this post from Brad Garlinghouse. Huge congrats to David Sachs on this appointment. He understands tech inside and out, and importantly, will push forward President Trump's crypto and AI pro-innovation plans. And so there's every indication that is indeed what will happen. This is good for any XRP holder. That was reposted by Stuart Alderati, Ripple's chief legal officer. And he wrote, another great pick by the Trump administration. David Sachs will bring the pro-business, pro-innovation, and fresh perspective we need. Excited to work with David and the industry to finally establish clear rules of the road for crypto in the US. The future starts now. The appointment of David Sachs as czar, recognizing AI and crypto as central to America's growth story, is such a no-brainer when said out loud. It only magnifies the travesty of the prior administration empowering Gary Gensler's SEC to get it so wrong for so long. Now that's sure as hell spot on. And then there's also this. So if there's one thing that kind of makes my head tilt sideways, like a curious dog, like my pet peeve, which you heard from earlier, there's this. Trump's crypto czar is Solana-able and multi-coin capital investor. Now, the Solana part, that's fine. Okay. I have no opinions of Solana. I happen to not hold it. I can't hold every crypto out there. I'm not against it. I'm not for it. Don't know a ton about it. You can't hold them all, though, right? But the reason I'm highlighting this is because of this part. Multi-coin capital investor? I saw that headline. I was like, I know what that firm is. That's a firm run by a couple of XRP-hating idiots. Look at it's these fools right here. Kyle Samani and Tushar Jain. Like, even before I launched my YouTube channel, I saw these guys saying the stupidest nonsense stuff about XRP, including stuff that literally wasn't true. They're just saying it, and they're at this fund. And so the fact that David Sachs would put money into it, that's the only thing we're like, why'd you do that, though? I don't know if anybody picked up on this. Like, I haven't seen anybody else talk about this, so I thought I'd bring it up in my video here, but I'm like, what's going on there? Because these are some XRP-hating idiots, and you gave them money. So, like, that's my one thing, where I'm like, okay. So Kyle Samani, here's a picture of him. This is from 2018. He also believed that XRP was a security. And there's him with that, look at that beautiful smile. He's got a t-shirt that says Ripple, hashtag XRP the security. Ho, 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 that's funny. Ho, the lols. Ho. That's what his laugh sounds like, I'm sure. And so, obviously, it didn't go so well for him. He's just an irrational, he has XRP derangement syndrome. He's an irrational XRP hater. And did not age well because XRP was declared to not be a security. So that's one of them. And then this other guy, Tushar Jain, again, I watched this video. It was probably 2017, 2018 when he was talking about this. He said XRP doesn't make sense. And he was specifically talking about what Ripple's use case was, as if nobody else could do anything with it, as if the technology wasn't better than Bitcoin's. Just throw that all away. And he's just talking about what Ripple is doing with it. And he said it could never be worth anything because it's too fast. I kid you not, folks. He said positioning XRP as a bridge currency because it's so fast, you wouldn't need much of it. So then the number would never go up. So think about what he's saying here. A couple things. The technology is so efficient, unlike Bitcoin, and it's so cheap, unlike Bitcoin, that nobody's going to want it. And then, of course, you'd have to cast aside all the reasons that people actually invest in something. It's not about the speed of it. It's not that tons of institutions necessarily would need to hold at any given moment, even for that use case. Though, I mean, if it blows up, it could be, relatively speaking, a lot. But you wouldn't need that for the price of XRP to go up. Because if it's useful, you know what people do. If they want to diversify into a new and exciting asset class, the crypto asset class, if something's useful, that might instill confidence that, it's not going to go away because businesses use it every day. And so then people like you and I might think, oh, that's one more of many reasons that it would make sense because it's part of a healthy XRP ecosystem. One more reason, because of what Ripple's doing, to hold it. That's a positive, right? And this idiot couldn't figure that out. And here we are, all these years, XRP's been around over a decade, and it's running. But he couldn't figure that out. And then this fool at the top here, Kyle Samani, says XRP is a security. Aged like a fine milk. All of their perspectives have aged like a fine milk. So anyway, David Sachs gave them money. I don't know why. Is what it is, though. Doesn't mean that he felt the same way about XRP. I don't know. Either way, he supported the legal outcome. And in the end, he's pro-crypto. That's probably all that matters. But I wanted to at least mention this in case something bizarrely goes awry in the future. I'm going to be like, that one thing. But it's probably fine. It's probably fine. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.